Welcome to the show. Today, we are tackling a question that has landed in my inbox more times than I can count lately, especially from those of you who are retired or standing right on the doorstep of retirement. You are looking at the landscape of your hard-earned wealth, you're seeing the buzz about digital currencies, and you are asking, does Netcoins have a wallet? Listen to me. Before we answer that directly, we need to address the real elephant in the room. The real reason you are asking this question isn't just about a technical feature on a website. It is about fear. It is about the absolute terror of losing what is taking you 40, 50 years to build. You are entering a phase of life where you do not have the luxury of time to make back a major financial mistake. If you lose $20,000 in your 30s, it hurts, but you go back to work. If you lose $20,000 when you are 65, that is a direct hit to your peace of mind, your retirement travel, or your ability to take care of your family. The financial world is moving fast, and it feels like everyone is speaking a completely different language. You hear words like crypto, exchanges, and wallets, and it feels like walking through a minefield blindfolded. You are afraid of being left behind, but you are even more afraid of making a wrong click and watching your money vanish into thin air. I understand that fear. It is a valid, smart fear. And it is exactly the kind of caution you need to protect your financial freedom. So, let's get down to brass tacks. Does Netcoins have a wallet? The short answer is yes, but, and this is a massive, critical but, it is not the kind of wallet you think it is, and it is certainly not the kind of wallet where you should be leaving your retirement funds. When you open an account with Netcoins, which is a regulated crypto exchange, they provide you with an internal account balance. In the tech world, they call this a custodial wallet. What does that actually mean for you? It means they hold the keys. Netcoins uses institutional security, combining hot storage for daily trading and deep cold storage through big-name custodians like BitGo to keep assets safe. So, yes, your money sits in an account structure on their platform. You can buy your Bitcoin, you can see your balance, and it looks like a nice, neat digital wallet. But here is the question you must ask yourself, who is really in control of that money? If your money is sitting on an exchange, you do not truly own it yet. You own a claim to it. You are trusting a third party to guard your castle. And if there is one thing I want you to hear me on, if you take away absolutely nothing else from our time together today, hear this: in the digital asset world, if you do not own the private keys, you do not own the coins. For someone in retirement, leaving your investments sitting indefinitely on any exchange is an unacceptable risk. We have seen what happens when platforms face liquidity crunches, technical glitches, or regulatory shifts. While Netcoins prides itself on being compliant and highly transparent, the fundamental rule of financial security in this space does not change for anyone. You need to understand the difference between an exchange and an independent wallet. An exchange is like a busy downtown marketplace. You go there to buy your goods. But you would never buy a gold bar at a marketplace and just leave it sitting on the merchant's counter for the next 5 years, would you? Of course not. You take that gold bar, you walk out the door, and you put it into your own personal, high-security safe at home. Your actionable takeaway today is to change how you view your digital assets entirely. If you are going to participate in this market, you must learn to take true custody of your wealth. If you use Netcoins to purchase cryptocurrency, that is perfectly fine. It is a straightforward, regulated entry point. But the very next step you take, immediately after that purchase clears, must be to withdraw those funds off the exchange and into your own, external, non-custodial wallet. For those of you managing a retirement portfolio, I want you to look into what we call hardware wallets or cold storage. These are physical devices, made by reputable companies like Ledger or Trezor, that look a bit like a secure USB drive. They keep your digital assets completely disconnected from the internet. They ensure that no hacker, no company failure, and no technical glitch can ever touch your nest egg. When you use a hardware wallet, you hold the private keys. You become your own bank. Is there a learning curve? Yes, there is. It requires you to write down a recovery phrase on a physical piece of paper and guard it with your life. It requires you to slow down, pay attention to detail, and double-check address strings before you click send. But let me tell you something. Taking the time to learn how to properly secure your funds is the only way to transform that paralyzing financial fear into absolute, unshakable confidence. You have worked too hard, for too long, to leave your financial security in anyone else's hands but your own. Take control of your money, understand exactly where it lives, and protect your retirement with every ounce of smart financial sense you have. Stay safe, stay secure, and value your wealth.